Dear students, today's video is for the GT people. It's a letter, a formal complaint letter. For the academic people, I made a video last week on bar chart. It is video number 5, which you can see on this channel, Excellence, the Ideal Class. Next week again, I'll be making a video on a graph for the academic people. Now, coming back to this video, it is a letter, that is a complaint letter. Let us see the question first. The question says, you traveled to another city by train for an interview, but because of the delay in the train, you got late. Now you have to write a letter to the railway officer, and in your letter you have to write when you traveled, the reason, the cause of the delay, the problem you faced and how you feel. In the IELTS letter, after the main question, you get some sub-questions as well, and it is very important that you answer all these questions in your letter. You write your letter in 3 to 4 paragraphs, 150 words in 20 minutes. First you read this question and keep these sub-questions in mind so that you are able to understand the sample answer in a proper way. Now coming to the first paragraph. In the first paragraph, we always write the purpose of the letter, why we are writing this letter, and nothing else. And formal letter always starts with Dear Sir. These formal letters are written to the people we don't know. This Dear Sir should be on the extreme left, not in the center. It has been written by mistake. And in this first paragraph, you can read, I have written only the reason. I am writing this letter to express my dissatisfaction and disappointment because you are complaining with the poor service offered by the train department, leading to a serious delay in the Rajdhani Express that costed me my job. So you have to write to the point, especially in the formal letters. Now you can read this paragraph for some time. Then we will move to the second paragraph in which we will answer the sub-questions. So in this paragraph we have written where we travelled, why we travelled and the cause of the delay. I was one of the passengers of this train and was to travel to Delhi from Patiala 2 days back as I had an interview scheduled on the same day. I boarded the train on time. However, a technical problem occurred at the last minute as proper inspection was not done earlier and train departed 1 hour late. So in this paragraph, we have answered the sub-questions, and you have to make sure, as I mentioned earlier, as it is a formal letter, you have to write to the point. Now you can read this paragraph for some time and also see the kind of language that has been used, the sentence formation, the connectivity. This is very important. Now, in the next paragraph, we have answered the other sub-question, that the problem that happened because of the delay. So we have written, the train reached the city an hour late, owing to which means because of which, I failed to report at the interview venue on time and was denied entry. I feel other passengers would have faced similar problems because of this delay that could have been avoided with little care. Now you can take some time to read this paragraph, see the language that has been used, the sentences, especially the connectivity between the sentences. This is really very important because only then they are going to make some sense. You can read this paragraph for some time. Now coming to the last paragraph, we have answered the sub-question how you feel. I am very disappointed with this dereliction of duty, which means negligence, and hope you understand the career loss I have suffered. Please ensure the timely running of trains, which are such an important means of transport for people. I expect to see better service next time. So since it is a complaint letter, in the end we have to write what action we want them to take, or what we expect from them the next time. And then in formal letters, at the end we always write yours faithfully. It should be in the extreme left. By mistake it has been written in the center. And after that you write your name. You can take some time to read this paragraph. Please notice the kind of language that has been used, the sentence formation, the connectivity. There is a word ensure used, which means to make sure that something happens. Dear students, in IELTS letter, two things are very important. The first is the tone. You have to first understand whether you are writing a formal, a semi-formal or informal letter, and then you have to write accordingly. Now, no doubt this was a complaint letter, but a formal complaint letter. So you can see that the tone that I have used is very polite. Even in the last paragraph, when I have written what I expect from them, the language is extremely polite. Sometimes people don't pay attention to this and they use a rude tone. Even if it is a complaint letter, a formal letter, you have to use polite language. The second is conviction. What you are writing should look true to the examiner. For example, in this letter, sometimes students write, the train got delayed because there was fog, bad weather, or because of some strike. Now these are the things which are not in control of a train company also, whether it's a whether people protesting. So when you give these reasons, they are not convincing. Look at the reason that we have written in this letter. The train got delayed due to a technical problem which occurred because the staff was careless. Your staff did do the inspection on proper time or earlier. So now this reason looks very convincing. So these are the two things you should always pay attention to: tone, conviction, and then of course the language that you are using, grammar and vocabulary. It is very easy to score 7 or above bands in IELTS writing if you get right guidance. And in case you want to prepare well for your IELTS exam, develop good writing skills not only for IELTS but to help you later on as well, you can join my class. I have given my contact number. You can also subscribe my channel Excellence the Ideal Class, or even follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I hope you find this video useful and informative and got some clarity about formal letters. All the very best for your exam.